Chicago football. We're helping you get through July. No football until training camp with a new series we like to call Bear Necessities. We broke down the top 20 Bears players based on who is most important to success in 2015. And Arthur, obviously a very subjective thing. We had a lot of arguing back and forth about top 20. We asked you, the readers, to help out a little bit. We're going to recap 20 through 16 today. And we'll start with Eddie Goldman at number 20. Kind of a high ceiling player because we don't really know his role yet, and someone who next year, if we do this list, could be in the top 10.
Yeah, and that's a good point. As a second-round pick, there are immediate expectations for him to come in and contribute. I think the reason he may be a little lower on this list than some expect is because we're just not sure how much leniency he's going to get on the field right away. John Fox and Vic Fangio, both kind of known for being old school types. They like to sort of ease the rookies in. So we'll have to see. Obviously, we know the importance of the position in this defense, but throughout the offseason, he was not working with the one. So we just don't know if he's a starter, and therefore can you put him in this list unless you know that.
And number 19, Mason Foster's kind of similar, an inside linebacker. We don't know if he's going to start. If he starts and has a fantastic year, next year we'll be talking about Mason Foster being one of the most valuable players to the Bears 3-4 defense. But as of now, Shea McClellan, Christian Jones, John Bostic is still going to be a loaded competition. We don't know Mason Foster's role, so we had to be kind of careful and slot him at 19. Number 18, Ryan Mundy, and this is another situation, Arthur. Ryan Mundy was second on defense last year in snaps. If he's out there a lot, his play is going to be important to the Bears' success in 2015, but that starting slot is not guaranteed.
No, it's not, and we do suspect he's going to end up there opposite his former Giants running mate, Antrell Roll, and we know the safety play and the issues that were on constant display last season, one of the worst pass defenses in football. The hope is that the arrival of Antrell Roll is going to sort of stabilize Mundy, allow him to play closer to the line of scrimmage and really flex the physicality that's really kind of the name of his game, and that would be in line with Vic Fangio. He's looking for those types of players like Ryan Mundy.
One of Mundy's tough games last year was at New England, where our number 17 player saw his season end. That's Lamar Houston. So many question marks around Lamar Houston, who we haven't seen fully practice yet. We don't know if he's going to be ready for the start of training camp. He's supposed to be an outside linebacker. I think some people wondered if he'd move up to defensive line, play some 3 technique. He's going to play outside linebacker. There's a lot of players there. We don't know exactly what his role is going to be, but we know he has a lot of abilities. John Fox and Vic Fangio have spoken highly of him. He also has a big contract, so imagine if he's healthy, he's going to play a big role. Number 16, we go as our first player on the offensive side of the ball, Arthur, with Jordan Mills. I think what's interesting about where Jordan Mills is, we had a couple starting offensive linemen that did not make the list, Matt Slauson and Will Montgomery. Jordan Mills, if he plays well, it means so much to the offense. That has to be why we have him in the top 20.
And he's such a domino because if he doesn't play well or if he isn't healthy, it can really throw the rest of the line sort of up in the air. Will Kyle Long end up at tackle because they don't have a real good contingency plan at behind Jordan Mills at right tackle for now. So, yeah, the health is a big concern. The ability to kind of bounce back after a rough year, an injury-riddled year last year is a concern. But I'll tell you what, it's a make-or-break season for Jordan Mills, and it's kind of all in front of him. Last year we were so excited about the battles with Lamar Houston in training camp. This year it's been Pernell McPhee when Mills has been on the field. So he's going to get every opportunity to lock down that job in what's going to be a run-first offense. But again, there's a lot of question marks, and we'll have to see if he's able to do so.
Well, our countdown begins as we suspected with some guys we don't know exactly what their role will be. 4 defensive players, 1 offensive player, and we head into the top 15 next week. Remember to go to chicagofootball.com at noon every day to see who's next up in the Bear Necessities series. And next week we'll recap number 15 through 11. For Arthur, I'm Kevin. That's it. Be sure to check out this series at chicagofootball.com.